Good morning. The world's first anti-COVID vaccine is here. It's been developed by the Russians and it's called Sputnik, a homage to the first satellite in the world developed by the Russians. It's been developed in the Gamaleya Institute in Moscow. But there's a lot of skepticism about the efficacy of the vaccine around the world. Dr. Anthony Fauci, of course, has said that he's somewhat skeptical about Chinese and Russian vaccines, and he hopes that all tests and efficacy level checks have been done. The Russians themselves have admitted that the vaccine has been tested only for 2 months, and a series of trials still remains to be done of the vaccine. But still, it's a start. Interestingly, in this context, our second editorial today calls upon the Government of India to release a lot more data on the clinical trials that it conducts right now for the efficacy of various drugs. While a panel under former Commerce Secretary G.K. Pillai has been set up to examine what kind of export incentives have to be given. Actually, export incentives is not the correct word. This is essentially a way to rebate the taxes and levies that have been put on Indian exports. So while that panel has just about been constituted, the Niti Aayog has come out with a report which says that the scheme should be reduced to about 10,000 crore rupees. Keep in mind, this scheme was 45,000 crore in FY20, and while most exporters were looking at this being increased to about 50,000 crore, this is also the indication that the finance minister herself gave last September. But what Niti Aayog is saying is that reduce this scheme to 10,000 crores and use the 40,000 crores that is left to give what are called production linked incentives there. This is the kind of incentive that has been given in the case of mobile phones, and while such incentives are obviously a very good idea, the problem with them, as we have said in the past as well, is that PLIs can be given only to a certain number of sectors, whereas all of India's exports are hurt by unrebated taxes and levies. So this is what the government needs to make good. So it would be extremely unfortunate if the new scheme, which is to replace MEIS, is restricted to 10,000 crore rupees. If you wanted proof of how badly run the Department of Telecommunications is, the AGR case offers yet another example of this. The Department of Telecom, it is well known, has not been in favor of the idea of banks and other financial creditors selling the spectrum that telcos own. So this has been an ongoing battle and it has not been resolved so far. But what's interesting is that in the Aircel case, when the NCLT ruled against the Department of Telecom, this happened on the 27th of November. Yet it was only in February that the Department of Telecom filed an appeal in the NCLAT, and because by then the case had been time barred, the NCLAT dismissed the proposal, the DOT's appeal, on March 4th. And then the DOT did not file an appeal against this either in the Supreme Court. It was only on the 24th of July, that is 4 days after, the Supreme Court told the government to file all papers with it on what it planned to do about the defaults, about the AGR dues of companies that are shut down. It was only then that the DOT actually filed an appeal. So it is quite amazing that while the DOT stand is probably incorrect, even then the DOT has taken forever to go to court to implement that stand. In fact, as we've argued before, had the DOT been a lot more proactive, the AGR case would never have reached the proportion that it has today, a proportion where it actually threatens to shut down Vodafone Idea, which, by the way, has already invested about 51 to 52 billion dollars in the country. And the last story for today: if, like many other people, you're frustrated by not being able to access your WhatsApp on your tablet or your laptop or on another phone other than your main one, well, WhatsApp plans to a new approach whereby you will be able to access your messages across various devices. It's probably just a matter of a few weeks or maybe a month before this happens. And yes, finally, timer clock on messages, after which a message self-destructs. This is available, it used to be available on the BlackBerry Messenger, on the BBM. It's available now probably on Telegram, it's available on Signal, and now it appears even WhatsApp is going to have it soon. So stay cheerful. Just 2 more days for the weekend, after you get over today, that is. Stay safe. Bye-bye.